Hi everyone, and welcome to Modern Lifekeeping. I am your host, Lori Christine. Anyone that's ever tried to communicate with a teenager knows it can be a challenge. I have put together 20 ways for you to connect with a teenager. These work for parents, grandparents, siblings, relatives, teachers, and really anyone wanting to truly connect with a teenager. Try one or try them all. I believe we can all use a little empathy and self-reflection when it comes to communicating with teenagers. So my first tip is to put yourself in their shoes. Remember what it was like to be that age. Remember how you felt. Consider what needs you had and whether they were met or not. Begin from a place of empathy, unconditional love, and understanding. One of the biggest things we can do is to set our intention to be present when we are communicating. This means stopping what we are doing, making eye contact, and engaging with the teenager you are communicating with. Along with being present, honesty is imperative to building trusting relationships. Be honest when you communicate. Get real good at active listening skills. Listen without interrupting or trying to fix a situation. Good listening has nothing to do with agreeing with what is being said. It has to do with holding space for the other individual to express themselves. Use engaging language, like, "Tell me about what happened." "How do you feel about that?" "What do you feel is the best way for you to respond?" "What happened next?" "And how did it end?" Avoid reprimanding their choice of words or expressions, suggesting what they ought to do, telling them what you would do, or comparing it to your past. Paraphrase back what your understanding is so that you can verify that your understanding is what they are communicating. Be respectful of their feelings and thoughts. Respect shows that we value the beliefs, feelings, opinions, and values of others. Be optimistic. Optimism is so much more productive than negativity. Stay positive and avoid blaming or encouraging a victim mentality. Do not take anything they do or say personally. This is a big one. Many of us seem to think the attitude of teenagers has something to do with us, when most of the time it has nothing to do with us. Making it about us definitely takes away from the communication. Avoid power struggles. Your interaction is not a competition or an opportunity to one-up another. If you are present in the moment and using active listening skills, this should not be an issue. If you find yourself in a struggle, immediately stop what you are doing that's created the struggle and go back to active listening. Demonstrate love and/or affection with your body language, choice of words, facial expressions, and your presence. Take responsibility for your choices. Stay away from the blame game or denial. If you find yourself blaming or denying, take a moment to focus on your real intention, which is to have a meaningful conversation with a teenager. It never hurts to end an interaction with a simple, "I love you." I don't care if this is a stranger, love is the glue that holds it all together. Those are 10 ways to facilitate the interaction. Here are 10 ways to engage a teenager in an interaction. Plan, shop, cook, and/or eat meals together. All teenagers need to learn these skills, and they offer a wonderful distraction from everyday stress. Involve a teenager in these activities, and you will get to learn a lot about them. Listen to music together. Show interest in the music they are listening to. Share a song from your generation that you think they will recognize or like. Share a story about their childhood that they may not know or perhaps have forgotten. Schedule a regular date, time, and place to connect. Get to know their friends without embarrassing them. You can personally do this by including their friends in some activities or by getting to know them through your teenager. By merely showing interest in who they are, spending time with, you are communicating that you care. Acknowledge the strengths of the teenager that you are communicating with. It is all too easy to criticize, but forget to acknowledge the good things people do. Catch any teenager being caring, thoughtful, helpful, or any other positive behavior and call it out. This serves to reinforce the strengths and to help the teenager recognize their individual qualities. And it puts a new twist on the call-out culture that we're experiencing. Include teenagers in decision-making as much as possible. Give them a budget and allow them to create a meal plan. Ask them what they think about things. Get their opinion and feelings on bigger decisions. Educate them about the experience of buying a car, for example. I'd say almost every teenager is interested in buying a car. Create routines that consider the needs of a teenager. Don't plan mandatory outings on Saturday nights when they might have plans to go out. Consider their dietary and sleep needs when making other decisions. With the internet, there is no end to the information out there for you to research about these topics. Just don't forget that your teenagers have different needs than you do. Communicate your plans with them. Don't expect them to read your mind or to know what you want from them. Give them time frames. Tell them what you need and why. For example, if you plan to go shopping, let them know how long you think it will take. This helps them to learn time management skills, respects their time, and helps them to be part of the process. And finally, explore opportunities to volunteer together. Pick something that a teenager will be interested in, find out how often they would like to participate, and then make it happen. Communicating with teenagers can seem much more daunting than it is when you have just a few tips and tools. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Modern Lifekeeping with Lori Christine, brought to you by Kira Kisses. For more information on my individual and parenting soul strategy sessions, support groups, retreats, and services, visit Kira, Keara, Kisses.com. Until we meet again, keep wondering.